Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. So Dow is absolutely flat on Friday. We got Nasdaq going down 0.18%, S&P going down 0.16%, and Russell going up 0.23%. So basically, all the indices are absolutely flat on Friday. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. On top, we got leading the way, and that is because of Google going up to a brand new all-time high, communication services, consumer cyclical. Amazon also was up from consumer cyclical, healthcare, real estate, consumer defensive. But look at right here on bottom, guys. Again, money actually rotating out of technology. And then we got energy also was kind of a down day. Utilities, financial, basic materials, and even industrials. We got consumer defensive in the green, real estate, healthcare, and like I said, consumer cyclical, Amazon, and then communication services. Google was up big time on Friday. Now, week to date performance right here. Well, again, communication services leading the way, financial, consumer defensive, consumer cyclical, energy, industrials, healthcare, and then you find technology, basic materials, real estate, and utilities. And what we got here on stock market map, we got Amazon going up over 1.5%, Tesla up almost 1%. Look at right here, guys. McDonald's up over 2%, actually about the dip on this one. And then we got Google going up to a brand new all-time high, up 1.44%, Meta down 1.38%, Apple going down 1%, Microsoft going up another, I think, all-time high, or at least retesting previous all-time highs, up 0.92%. But look at right here, guys. And you guys will see that play in this video on Nvidia right at opening 2 minutes, and it was up like 100%, took profit and ran from this one, and then came back, went back up, and then gave up all the gains again, down over 3%. Nvidia, well, we got some big names like JPM going down over 1%, Wells Fargo down 1.5% almost, and Bank of America down 1.25%, and regional banks are doing okay, nothing big, but there is definitely a stress here again. And then we got something like AMD going flat on the day, and AMU, they do have earnings coming this week. It's down because it was getting really frothy, overextended, down 3.23%. And then we got healthcare, while some of the big names are catching up to $1 trillion market cap, which is Eli Lilly, and it'll be interesting to see if this thing goes up to $1 trillion market cap. On Triple Q, it's down 0.27% on Friday, came down to the next support, 478, went back up and holding 478. And you can see it's still outside weekly Bollinger Band right here, which is sitting near right here, 476. Now look at this candle. We went higher to a brand new all-time high and pretty much closing at the low of the week on Friday, getting down to a new low, 478 for the week. And pretty much not even closing above previous week right here, which is right here around 480 plus, just barely closing there. Now you can see it's still overbought, frothy to the upside, no significant correction or anything, only give away the gains from the top. So nothing really big going on here on Triple Q. But if we're to actually go on a downtrend, we will find out very soon. And how? Well, you can see it's way outside the Bollinger Band here on this weekly time frame, which is at 476. But look at the daily time frame and look at this candle and the rejection. Look at the daily time frame. What we got? We actually got this reversal candle, and now we kind of got this doji looking candle. We went up, we went down, and pretty much closing the day right in the middle. And that is not looking too bullish for next week. So going into Monday's session, you can see, I mean, I did call this out in my Discord right here, that watch out right here. This 5-day moving average, it was actually at 481.50, got up to 482.22 now. It actually got up there on Friday, 482.54, getting a rejection off of this 5-day moving average, and now trading just above 478. Now, why 478? Bottom of this candle 478. Bottom of this candle recently also 478, and this was a rejection at 478. So that's gonna be key level to watch on triple Q going into Monday's session. Now, if something breaks like 478 in this case, in that case, we can easily come down to, I would say, right here, guys, rising 13-day moving average, this positive orange line that is going up. And by Monday, Tuesday, it'll be like 473. So anywhere from 473 to 472, that's going to be the next support below 478. And then we can talk about this gap. And I think there is a good chance we might be filling this gap very soon at 468. And then you can look for bulls to buy this dip right here. If not, we can definitely go on a strong downtrend and things can get really ugly here in this market. So watch out for that. And I'll definitely give you guys more update once we get down to this gap right here at 468. Now to the upside, we actually get that breakout over 482. We can hold that as a support right here, rising 5-day moving average. Then watch out for a move back up to at least, I would say, right here 485, and then this high 486.86, possibly to even a brand new all-time high, which is going to be around 490. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing, is totally free. And if you have a question, you can always ask right here on X. And here's a fantastic play, guys, and not a lot of people can do this before opening. So you can see it right here. Nvidia, it was down this Friday, so Nvidia 130 calls at opening. If we open below or at 138, we actually opened at like 126, I think. Yeah, that's where I got in, near 126. And then immediately you can see 0 DTs, lotos, expiration, won't go big because, you know, a same day expiration. And look at what happened after opening, guys. 9:31 a.m. already 66%. And then on the runners that I had, it was over 100%. And you can see right here, even some people made really good money on Nvidia trade. And you know, these are some shares that we actually had. Nvidia 85%, and then you get right here, you can see more Nvidia 114, 65%, 100%, got 50%, and depending on where you got in. So all these trade ideas are available on Patreon. And if you're really serious about trading, then definitely check out that link down below in the description, guys. So SPY on a weekly time frame, you can see also it was kind of a flat day on SPY, but you know, this thing got up to 550, came back down to 543, so gave up $7, but still it's really getting overbought, and there is no signs of any you know, pullbacks in near short term unless we break something here on SPY ETF. And this is another one that I called out in my Discord, and you can see right here on my chart, we do have a lot of, you know, support right here around 543 to 544, and we're actually holding that into closing on Friday. It was struggling to hold right here, but at the end we got a doji indecision candle, and we're pretty much holding right here on this daily time frame at 543. Now if that's out, watch out for a retest right here. That's going to be around 539.56, and then immediately down to this gap 537. And once we get down here, bulls, they need to buy that dip, otherwise this thing can go down even more from here, because that would be going under rising 5-day moving average right here. And if that happens, there is going to be more downside on SPY ETF, possibly down to this lows right here, 524 to 525. Now if this is actually just a one-day thing right here, we got the pullback and now it's holding 543. In that case, going into Monday's session, we need to get over 546, over 5-day moving average, over 546. You will see more upside, easily going back up to right here 548 and then 550. So here on Dow Jones, absolutely flat on the day. We definitely actually holding this lower high support, but we're not actually breaking out to a brand new all-time high. But in this case, you can see low, high, lower high, and then a brand new all-time high, came back, another lower high, and we never actually took out this high. So it's kind of a neutral trend, I would say, right here to a downtrend, but nothing significant. A lot of rotation going on, but I would like to see really big rotation happening into Dow Jones, into Russell 2000. And so far, I mean, it's happening in a small way. It's not happening in a big way. So now here on Dow Jones, it's sitting kind of in the middle right here. If there is a pullback next week, watch out. There will be support around 390 down to 20-day moving average right here and 50, 388. But under that level on Dow Jones, 388, immediately watch out for a dump off and retest of this trend line right here. That's going to be around 384. And if that gives up, it's going to be in no man's land, and this thing can drop even more, possibly down to 376. Now to the upside, 390 can hold, and this Bollinger Band actually goes right back up and expands even higher. In that case, watch out, we might be going up to 400 plus again, and that would be brand new all-time high. On IWM, it's up 0.23%, and you can see IWM getting a hammer candle with high volume on Friday, and now again for the third day, 198 was holding, and if you actually caught the dip right here, you made some decent money on IWM on Friday on Lotos. Now, if this thing can clear 202 and I would say 203, these moving averages right here, and can actually go above these moving averages, then watch out for a move up to 206 and possibly up to 208. Now looking at the volume and this hammer candle, definitely we could see some rotation, money coming back into small caps, because I don't think there is ton of upside on Nasdaq 100, especially when Nvidia is pulling back. And if that pullback is really something of a big pullback that is actually just getting started, you're going to see a lot more downside on Nasdaq 100, where with rate cuts that is coming in, maybe 1 or 2 this year, and then more next year, who's gonna rally? Well, they're just gonna be IWM small caps. Usually when there's a rate cut and these things are not punished anymore, smaller companies, you're going to see IWM small caps going higher. So this could be an opportunity, but always keep that in mind. It was holding 198, but if this thing gives up 198, there is going to be some punishment on IWM to the downside, all the way down to 193 and then 188. On VIX is down just over 0.5%, and look at this move all the way up to 1380, and then gave away all the gains and pretty much barely holding 13 bucks as a support. Now this thing can move again. As long as 13 can hold, watch out for a move up to 14.16, and then 15 will be the breakout to watch to the upside on VIX. This thing drops under 13, the next support 12.84, rising 5-day moving average, and below that 11.52 right here on VIX. So here on dollar, actually dollar staying green on Friday, 0.23%, and even on Thursday, where we saw S&P 500 not even going down that much. It was a small tiny pullback on Friday down to 543 on SPY ETF, and then recovered and went back up and pretty much flat on the day, where dollar actually getting a big rally because off of these lows 105, and now it's trading near 106, where we saw S&P 500 pretty much going straight up and no pullback. So who's lying, and are we going to see some sort of a pullback or some sort of a rotation next week? Definitely possible, and dollar can still go up easily up to 106 and then 106.52. On a pullback, you want to watch the support here on dollar, 105.47, rising 5-day moving average 105 and then 104.48. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys.